Hey everybody, how are you doing? For those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Gabriella. This is a general reading that we are doing for everybody. Everybody is included in this potentially. Before we get into the reading, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. I'm seeing somebody that you know coming back around to talk to you. They may be clarifying something for you. I was seeing the Emperor pop out. I'm also looking at the Moon. This feels like something that hasn't happened yet. Maybe a bit of a puzzling situation, actually. Also, for those of you that are new, I channel as well as interpret the tarot cards. We're starting off with the Five of Wands. Five of Wands, Ace of Cups. I know I have a connection with you. This connection is hard. A situation like that. You may be fighting a connection that you have with someone. Looking on the Devil on the bottom of the deck, the Two of Cups. This would be a really intense bond that you have with someone. For some of you, this is a Capricorn. Doesn't have to be, can be. But yeah, this is somebody that you you feel at odds with this person. You may be feeling at odds with yourself. There is a connection that's undeniable here between you and this person that you are feeling. It's not going to go away. Ever since you've become aware of it, it's kind of just been potently standing there for you. However, things may not be going maybe in 3D the way that you want them to be going or the way that you had hoped for them to be going. I'm seeing something about smoke here. Maybe something about smoke between the two of you. Or just a fogginess all around. Maybe something's unclear. You wouldn't feel like you're in a place that you want to be with this person, okay? And that would be what the issue feels like right now. And because of that, you may feel at odds with yourself, like, I wish that I could just make these feelings go away so I didn't have to deal with this, things like that. But it's almost like I can't help but feel the way that I'm feeling, and I'm kind of at war with myself because of this, because I'm not in full acceptance of this, and also the situation is not how I want it to be currently. I'm seeing you be in a space where you have a lot of responsibilities. I'm seeing you taking care of a lot of things. I'm seeing a lot has been changing for you recently. There may be a new opportunity that you're stepping into, or like a transition that you're moving through right now. For some of you, there's like a job change or something like that, or a development when it comes to your responsibilities. For some of you, you could be growing a business or something like that, or developing something within your career, or there are like new responsibilities that are developing. Could be an expansion of responsibilities. A lot that you have on your plate right now. And a lot that is undergoing multiple changes, it seems like. You get the vibe of a shifting plate here, so a decision needs to be made about a relationship. I'm also getting something about homeostasis coming through with the Four of Wands, so maybe like where it is that you want to be resting your head at night, or what this is that you're committing to. There's something new that you are starting. There may be a part of you that likes safety and security and things you may even identify as being more traditional at times in certain ways, and so something may be a bit of a risk for you. Because I'm seeing the conflict be like, I don't want to take that risk, or I don't want to take that chance, but at the same time it's like, but I'm having feelings for this thing. It can be feelings for this person even, but with Uranus here, whether this be a path that you're going down, whether this be an activity that you're pursuing, a passion that you're pursuing, a person that you're pursuing, it's something that's out of the norm for you with Uranus here. Like, maybe I didn't expect to take that turn, and now I'm being pulled in that direction. I have a connection and I can't deny it anymore. I recognize that it's here, but maybe I don't want to be feeling this. Maybe it feels inconvenient, or I feel very intimidated or scared by this because it's different than what I'm used to. Nonetheless, I want to go in this direction, potentially. It seems like there's still some inner turmoil that's being worked out here. And I am seeing it be in relation to, connected with, something that would be feeling like a risk or a chance that you would be taking. Or like, this feels very out of the norm for me. But at the same time, I know that my heart is calling me in this direction. I know that there's a connection here. I do get the sense that what this is going to boil down to is, are we going to make a choice from a fear space, or are we going to make a choice from an empowered space? What is going to motivate this choice that we're making? What are we going to do here? Because there's something undeniable. And if the thing is that, like, you can feel scared, you can be feeling fear, you can be feeling overwhelmed or feeling pressure or stress, and you can still go after this thing, or you can make the choice like, this is just too much for me and I want to back away slowly from this and not really disrupt what's going on here. However, I'm seeing you be in a space where, regardless, this connection that you're feeling is not going to go away. It's definitely not going to go away with the Ace of Cups. It's like, this is a live wire now. It is not going to disappear. You are going to be feeling this thing. It is not going to be destroyed. And so it's something that's established, and it does feel very much like you're in a space where you're like, I can see that it's there and I can feel it. It's just a matter of figuring out, like, what do I want to do about that? What do I want to initiate or not initiate here? And am I ready for this? Do I think I'm ever going to feel ready for this? Should I just go ahead with this now? What do I want to do? Definitely a leap of faith involved. This also could have, in a way, come about unexpectedly. Like, now it's just here showing up on your path, and you may not have really, like, decided, at least your ego didn't decide that this was going to appear on your path at this time. But there's this deeper part of yourself that knows this is here for a reason. It has a purpose. The connection. The Magician, you get to decide what you want to do with this, what type of frequency you want to be channeling, and what you want to motivate you. With Uranus and Mercury, there may be something very different, original, quirky that you are creating. Ingenious even. Uranian energy is very original, it's very forward thinking, and it's also very, like, thinking outside of the box, and let me create this, and I have an idea for this, and nobody's ever heard of this before, and so I'm actually going to do something with that idea that I have. Or I didn't see myself going in this direction before, but I'm feeling called to use my gifts in this way, use my talents in this way, use this connection in this way, and that's what I want to be doing. And I'm seeing this this place within you that you feel connected to that feels like very endless, this endless energy source even that you're connecting with. And you get to manifest using that. But for some reason, it's like you may have been fighting this connection that you have, or this ability that you have. Something about maybe not feeling at peace with it. But to have the King of Pentacles here, it may not be in line with like a traditional or like a safe type of thinking. Or like, I don't really see anybody else doing that, so I don't know if I'm comfortable being the first one to go ahead and do that. Or like, what if socially that's a weird thing for me to be doing because other people are going to be thinking that? Or like, what's my family going to think? There's some sort of like social or traditional or implication of like values or something like that that may be need to be kind of broken out of or changed or develop in order for you to embrace this new thing that may feel a bit weird to you or uncomfortable or new. This is definitely something new that you are starting, and it does seem like somebody else is involved with this as well. Other people, wherever this is that you've been building like your career or your reputation, or yeah, it can be like your work reputation, this can be your social reputation, whatever this is, people that are around you, not everybody is going to understand what this is that you're doing, but I'm seeing you be in a space where you're like, I know that this may be unexpected, or I know that not everybody's going to understand this, but I want to do it because I feel this connection here. It's something I want to tap into. I want to use this. I feel like I have this thing at my disposal now, or this opportunity now for a reason, and so I want to make use of it. And I'm seeing you be in a great spot to do that. It's like you have everything that you need to be able to go down this road. I'm also seeing you know that a lot is going to change for you if you decide to do this, if you really decide to take this on. So I'm getting you being in a really clear, like level-headed space of having like a 360 view of everything that's going on, and knowing that like if I take this jump here, it's going to lead me in this direction. So it's not like you're going into any of this like not knowing what's going to happen. I'm seeing you be very connected with what's going on within the 3D, and know that if I do this, it's going to lead to that, and if I don't do that, I'm going to be avoiding this over here. There's like a lot of mental clarity that I'm seeing for you, a lot of logical thinking. Very grounded energy and very lucid. It does look like you are committing to whatever this is. I'm seeing you be in a space where there are a lot of things that are going to change because of this. Also, commitments that you had prior to this may be going through some sort of change as well. And there may be something that you're trying to balance simultaneously. Let me repeat myself. There's something that you are taking a leap of faith with. I'm seeing you be very much in a creative seat here. Like you are the creator, you are a creator of some sort. There's something that you're producing, something that you're making, something that you eventually are probably going to be like distributing or communicating with other people, or putting something out there. This can be like artwork, anything Mercury related. Anything that is going to be connecting other people, anything with social media, anything with creativity, inventions, technology. Uranus and Mercury are both related to technology. There's a focus here on the collective. We're also looking at Scorpio here too, so there may be something that you're doing that may be very different from other people, and maybe something that other people haven't seen before, or it's something that feels very original to you to be doing, for you, something that feels authentic to you. It also looks like the things that you've been committed to up to this point, you're really stripping them down. To have the Death card over top of the Four of Wands, this is like all of the things that you have been associated with are being stripped down, because that's what Scorpio does. It kind of like takes the skin off things for lack of a better metaphor here, and it cuts through to the center of it to really see like what's behind there and what's going on inside of there. It's like wanting to get to the heart of the matter, the heart of the situation. So if there's anything that you have going on right now where you're like, this could use a change, or this could use a tweak, or like, why am I doing this anymore? There's a lot that is being thought about right now and evaluated, especially when it comes to your commitments, what you are committed to. And I'm seeing that there is a new commitment that you are going to be binding yourself to. And you may be at a point where you're like, how do I do this and balance this new commitment with my past commitments as well? And am I going to be keeping up those past commitments? Because some of them you may still be keeping up, some of them you may not be. It looks like a whole, again, like reevaluation that's going on here when it comes to like where you're assigning your energy at the end of the day. I'm seeing this process is going to move through quite swiftly. It seems like it was just about getting to a point where you were ready to make this choice or sign on or take this leap. Okay. Even though something looked like a bit of a risk or a bit of a chance, I'm seeing you go down a path and then immediately something becomes very solid for you. Something becomes very stable for you. And so even though it may have felt like a risk in the beginning, I'm seeing like a couple, 3 chapters after the beginning, we're feeling very, very solid about this choice and feeling very stable in that. Give this time, be patient with it, transmute the energy. Allow things to unfold as they are, do not rush the process. That is the best way to keep your head above water. The more in flow you are, the better this is going to work out for you. The most ideally this is going to work out for you. There are definitely changes abreast, and that's something that you want to be mindful of, because if you're, I really do feel like it comes down to this, like, bottom line. If you're in a space where you're like, I'm too rigid for this, and like there's no judgment either way, your guides are going to support whatever you want to do. This is like a matter of just your free will and your choice here. There's no right or wrong. If you're in a space where you're like, I like things being ordinary, and I'm in a space where I'm too rigid, and I like things being like they are, then you're just going to keep doing what you're doing. If you're in a space where you're like, I'm willing to take a risk, I'm willing to take a chance and see like what greatness can come from this, and I'm ready to like move in the flow with things, and I'm just going to take this on and be like, when things are changing, I'm going to adapt, and that's how I'm going to face this, then it looks like that's the road that you're going to go down. And I'm seeing you be in a space, like a crossroads right now, where you're just gathering information to see which way you're going to go with this. And make a plan based off of that. I will say this, for some of you, there's going to be an event that happens that is going to force you in one direction. And may make another direction not an option for you. Can be translated another way too, but that's definitely going to be a thing. It's like a choice needs to be made, and then I'm seeing the tower happen, and it's kind of like you're forced to go either this way or that way. So maybe there's even like a deadline for this, for you making this choice, and like if you don't make your mind up at a certain point, it's like you get shoved either to the right or the left. This is definitely going to be part of huge expansion for you. But I'm seeing too, I'm definitely getting a little bit of Taurian energy here, where sometimes change may be a bit difficult. You may be like stubbornly holding on to something that you're going to be letting go of. It's like, who, me? Stubborn? Yeah, you may be holding on to something that's like keeping you stuck a bit, but you are going to be wiggling out of that. Whether it be your choice or not, there is going to be change that happens, and it is going to be for your benefit. Absolutely. All right, so we are looking at Scorpio, Uranus, Mercury, and Sagittarius. Okay, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.